Clearly, all of y'all are in the haunted housing market right now, because here we go again. Here are the top 5 real haunted houses that you can actually buy, part 3. Number 5 on this list is LA's Black Dahlia Murder House. Yep, just another murder house on the list of homes that you can buy. Top 10 Real Estate Deal says, tales of terror and tragedy rarely last as long as one of the most notorious Hollywood mysteries of the last century, the Black Dahlia murders. Rumors still abound about the home's previous owner, Los Angeles doctor George Hodel, and his involvement in the brutal killing, mutilation, and dismemberment of Elizabeth Short. Elizabeth was sliced in half at her waist and all the blood drained from her body. It looked like the work of a skilled surgeon. The house, an unusual piece of architecture crafted by Lloyd Wright, looks like it is cut straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. While a $2 million renovation has brought the house back to its original splendor, one can still feel that they should be running for their life through the house while being chased by Dr. Hodel. The house was recently on the market at $4.7 million and has been the backdrop for multiple Hollywood movies, TV shows such as Ghost Hunters and Paranormal America, and even an American Express commercial. Sliced in half, guys. Like, not just cut a little bit, literally sliced in half. You woke up as one person and now you are 2 pieces of that one person. Yeah, that's an absolute no from me. This was a horrible killing and one that has left its dark mark on the home and made it very haunted. I don't care how much you try to renovate this place or anything like that, nothing will ever be able to get out the spirit that lingers. Elizabeth will not leave, and frankly, if I was sliced in half, I'd be pretty pissed about the whole ordeal as well. She takes her anger out on those that come here. The people that live here talk about her quite frequently. And maybe the craziest part about this is that that's a selling point. This home is going for almost $5 million, even though someone was literally sliced in half and their ghost now runs rampant through the home. $5 million is a lot of money, and spending all of it to get harassed by a ghost torso? Yeah, doesn't seem like the best investment. Number 4 on this list is the Gardette Lepretre Haunted Mansion. Mansions are cool. I would love to own one. The second you throw the word haunted in front of the word mansion, though, I am no longer interested. Top 10 Real Estate Deals says the Gardette Lepretre Mansion, or more locally referred to as the Sultan's House, has been photographed and heralded in articles from the time it was built in the 1830s. Having hosted the cream of New Orleans society from the beginning of its rich history, the home comes with a scary story. One morning, as neighbors were walking by the Sultan House, they saw blood trickling from under the front door. The police were notified and had to break into the house, only to find that all inhabitants had been murdered with swords or axes, and the Sultan was found brutalized and buried alive in the backyard. It was always felt that the murders were executed by his brother, the real Sultan, as retribution for the theft of his fortune and many of his wives. How much is local lore and how much is true, we will never know for sure. This is, after all, New Orleans. Only a block from Bourbon Street, the French Quarter-style home with 9 bedrooms and 10 baths most recently was on the market at $2.65 million. We are talking about a place that has had multiple murders go down. Like, literally a full-on massacre happened here, and people want to spend over $2 million on it? How do we know that there isn't more dead bodies hidden somewhere in the house? Like, under the floorboards or deeper in the backyard. This home is deeply haunted and I want no part of it. Number 3 on this list is the Boulder House. Ever wanted to get abducted by aliens? Well, now you can. Top 10 Real Estate Deals says, during the construction of their new home next to a mysterious pile of ancient rocks in Arizona, a young couple from Washington discovered that they weren't the first people to live in the boulders. Pottery shards and rock carvings were dated by experts back as far as 1,000 years. Then they found something even more astonishing, a Stonehenge-type phenomenon that occurs on both the spring and fall equinoxes. A 6-inch wide beam of light that starts in the glass between 2 boulders and slowly works its way across the floor and up the wall to a 36-inch spiral petroglyph. When the sun hits its mark, the stone projections light up like diamonds. What does it mean? Some people think it's a signal to space creatures, a light that will guide their spaceships to the Arizona desert. Or maybe it doesn't mean anything. Just a freak of nature. Whatever it might be, it started over 1,000 years ago when the Boulder people first began living here, about the same time that the hard-shelled life forms first showed up on Earth. A dream home for archaeologists, historians, artists, or mystery lovers, the Boulder House on 9 acres with 4,380 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a great room with a massive fireplace was recently for sale at $4.2 million. It is now off the market. So for the low price of $4.2 million, you can call some aliens over and hope that they come for dinner. Then after dessert, get jetted up to their ship where they will proceed to perform experiments on you. Yeah, that's a big no thank you from me. The home sounds cool as hell, just minus the literal extraterrestrial visitors. Number 2 on this list is the Lynnewood Hall. Lynnewood Hall is maybe the biggest haunted house in the world. Top 10 Real Estate Deal says proof that wealth does not bring happiness is shown by the tragedies experienced by the A.B. Widener family who built the 110-room Lynnewood Hall in Pennsylvania. Said to be the largest remaining example of neoclassical revival architecture from the Gilded Age, its decline began with links to the sinking of the Titanic. When Widener invested with J.P. Morgan in the White Star Line, little did he know that his son and grandson would die on the maiden voyage of its flagship, Titanic. Consumed with guilt and grief, A.B. Widener died in his grand mansion 3 years after the sinking. It is said that the 3 Widener ghosts are still its caretakers, and its legacy continues to be the world's biggest abandoned ghost house. Lynnewood Hall was listed at $20 million in 2014 and dropped to $16.5 million in 2015. It still hasn't sold. I mean, if these ghosts were actually going to be caretakers, that'd be pretty cool. From what I've heard though, they don't always just leave it at that. These ghosts, as with many paranormal entities, like to cause problems. For close to 20 mil, I want my home problem free. And finally, number 1 on this list is the Amityville Horror House. Now you guys probably know this home because it often makes all the lists associated with Ed and Lorraine Warren, but did you know that you could actually buy it? Well, in all honesty, you can't purchase it anymore because it's off the market, but a few years ago you could have. Top 10 Real Estate Deal says the New York home where Ronald Defoe got up in the middle of the night in 1974 and brutally murdered his parents and 4 siblings with a rifle while they slept. The home was occupied just a year later by the Lutz family until they were forced to leave because of the rampant paranormal activity. The storied horror house on the Ocean Avenue waterfront is today an extensively remodeled home. The 5,000 square foot home most recently sold in 2017 for just $605,000. This is one of the most haunted homes in the history of the planet, folks, and someone bought it. I'm surprised that it's even still standing, to be honest, and somebody hasn't completely demolished it since all the haunting reports came out. I don't even want to go into the same area as this home, let alone buy it and live in it. But if that's something that floats your boat, then apparently you could have. Well guys, there you have it. That is our list of the top 5 real haunted houses that you can actually buy, part 3. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this list and some other crazy haunted houses that you can buy and you know about. Also, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. I've been your host, Nicholas Playlog, and I'll catch you next time.